Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Sandra Gonzalez-Mora, and I am delighted that you're joining us this afternoon in celebration of Día de los Niños, Día de los Libros. I am here with my family. We are connecting with you from Whittier, California, and we would like to recognize the original land, the owners of this land, the Chumash and Tongva people. So with that recognition, I'm going to continue with our introductions. Thank you very much for being here. Mi nombre es Sandra González y estoy aquí conectando con ustedes en celebración del Día de los Niños, Día de los Libros. Estoy aquí con mi familia y antes de empezar las introducciones, quiero hacer reconocimiento de la gente originaria de estas tierras, la gente Tongva y Chumash, y dando ese reconocimiento para así poder empezar nuestra celebración. Gracias por estar aquí. Es un placer para nosotros conectar con ustedes esta tarde. De nuevo, mi nombre es Sandra González y yo escribo y publico libros con mi familia. My name is Sandra Gonzalez and I write and publish bilingual children's books with the help of my family. I'm going to go ahead and let Ray introduce himself.
Hola, yo soy Reinaldo Mora y yo soy ilustrador de los libros. I am Reinaldo Mora and I am the illustrator of the children's books. Thank you.
Christian?
Oh, hello. I'm Christian Rodriguez. Hola, me llamo Christian Rodriguez. Y yo produzo los videos. I produce the videos here and help with art direction and stuff.
Hi, I'm Julia Rodriguez. I'm the co-author of these books that we're going to be showing. Hola, me llamo Julia Rodriguez. Yeah.
Ok. Bueno, con esa introducción, les vamos a enseñar 3 libros que hemos publicado. With that introduction, I do want to share with you 3 books that our family has published to date. We are very proud of our first book. This is Mommy, Tell Me Why I Am Radiant. This book was co-authored by myself and Julia Rodriguez, and this book was illustrated by Ray. We're very proud of the success of this book because being an independently published book, it has already won an International Latino Book Award, and we're very proud of that. El primer libro que hemos nosotros escribido es Mami, dime por qué soy radiante. Este libro lo escribí yo junto con mi hija Julia Rae Rodriguez y es ilustrado por Reinaldo Mora. Y para nosotros es un orgullo muy grande porque siendo un libro que fue publicado por nuestra familia de parte de nuestra editorial, ya ganó un premio del International Latino Book Awards y para nosotros es un orgullo muy grande. Nuestro segundo libro es el libro I Want to Dance Like a Koala Bear. Our second book that we wrote and published is the one we're going to be reading this afternoon. I Want to Dance Like a Koala Bear. Quiero bailar como un koala. Y este libro es ilustrado por Cynthia Nava, una ilustradora de Los Ángeles. The second book, I Want to Dance Like a Koala Bear, is illustrated by a local illustrator from Los Angeles, Cynthia Navas, and we're very proud of this bilingual book. This third book that I want to share with you is actually a trilingual board book. It is Hummingbird, Colibri, Huitzlit, a trilingual counting book. And it's written in English, Spanish, and Nahuatl. Nahuatl is the indigenous language of the Mexica people. And it's our way of celebrating indigenous languages because one of the things that our family really is very proud of is we consider ourselves word nerds. We love languages, we love words. And through these concept books, it is our way of celebrating indigenous languages. And it's also a focal way to say that English is important, but it's not more important than other languages, which is why we will continue to always publish bilingual books. Este libro es un libro trilingüe, un libro que ilustró Reinaldo Mora. This book is also illustrated by Ray. Y este libro es una manera de nosotros como editorial de celebrar todos los idiomas, las lenguas originarias. En este caso, este libro está escrito en inglés, español y náhuatl. Y náhuatl es la lengua original de la gente de México, los mexica o los aztecas, que también se les conoce. Y lo hacemos de una manera como una posición en reconocer que el idioma de inglés es importante, pero no más importante que otro idioma. Todos los idiomas son importantes y nosotros como en familia, es una manera de reconocer y agradecer todos los idiomas del mundo. Así es que este libro, al final, les vamos a enseñar el proceso de cómo se va de idea a producción de libros. So at the end of the read aloud this afternoon, we're going to go through the bookmaking process, and this is the book that we're going to use to show you how books are created from idea to production of a book. And we believe that you will enjoy reviewing what that process looks like. So those are the 3 books. Before we read the book, Julia and I would like to share with you a recording. So if we can have the audio recording of Julia's voice when she was 4 years old. Chloe, if we
You smell delicious. I want to dance like a koala bear. I want to dance like a koala bear. I want to dance like a koala bear. I want to dance like a koala bear.
Bravo. So that recording that you just heard is Julia's voice when she was 4 years old. Julia loved to dance. Julia loved to walk around the house and exclaim and say this phrase, which I don't know where she got it from. I don't know what koalas dance like, but she loves saying that phrase. And I captured it on my recorder one day. Esa grabación de la voz de Julia es cuando ella tenía 4 años y ella de chiquita le encantaba bailar, andaba por la casa exclamando esa frase y gritando, quiero bailar como un koala, I want to dance like a koala bear. Y yo un día la pude grabar y esa grabación es lo que inspiró este libro. So that recording that you heard is what inspired this book. And now I'm going to ask Chloe if we can also see our book trailer, because that's also a big part of our story.
Meet Ray, a cheerful little koala who loved to dance and play. The elders of her village drummed and moved all day, while Ray would shimmy her shoulders and sway. There wasn't a day where you wouldn't hear Ray say, I want to dance like a koala bear. The villagers admired the way she allowed her dancing to sweep her away. But as the years went by, Ray had grown up and lost her dancing forte. That is, until a fateful Sunday at a ballet, where she realized that it's more than okay to keep dancing every day. From that day forward, Ray would never again betray where her true nature lay. Order your bilingual edition of I Want to Dance Like a Koala Bear today.
I want to dance like a koala bear.
Yes, we hope you enjoyed that book trailer. That book trailer was created and produced by my son, Cristian Gabriel. He can share with you in a little bit more about that process. But as you can see, this is what we do as a family. This is our skills and abilities coming together to support our community in falling in love with language and falling in love with words. And for me as a mom, this is one of the best gifts that I can have, is to have my children, to have my husband, and participate in this family activity. It's a creative activity, it's a healthy activity, and for us, it's something that we're very proud of. Ese video que ustedes acaban de ver es un video que mi hijo Cristian Gabriel, él es el productor de esa grabación, ese video. Y para nosotros lo que pueden ver es que es es un proyecto en familia. Los libros los escribimos como familia. El hecho de que mis hijos participan en escribir, editar el libro, mi esposo ilustra los libros, para nosotros es un orgullo muy grande como una familia mexicoamericana que vive aquí en Los Ángeles, que usar nuestras habilidades, nuestras capacidades para poder apoyar a nuestra comunidad y promover que nuestra comunidad se enamore de las palabras, se aprecie y se enamore de los idiomas y las lenguas. Así es que para nosotros es un orgullo estar aquí con ustedes. So I think we're ready to read the book. Julia, what do you think?
Yeah, I'd say we are.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and read the book. And then there's going to be some Koala Fun Facts that Christian and Julia are going to share with you. And I do want to let you know that there will be time for you to ask us questions. So you'll be able to enter in the chat box questions for us, and we would be delighted to answer those. Pienso que ahora ya es hora de leer el libro, pero sí les quiero mencionar que va a haber un tiempo donde ustedes van a poder hacernos preguntas. Pueden poner las preguntas en el espacio del chat donde pueden hacer preguntas y va a haber un tiempo donde vamos a poder contestar todas sus dudas y sus preguntas. Okay, so here you go, Julia.
Thank you.
Okay, so vamos a empezar. Julia?
So this is our bilingual children's book, I Want to Dance Like a Koala Bear, written by Sandra Gonzalez-Mora, illustrated by Cynthia Nava, and translated by Elizabeth Huerta.
Este libro es Quiero bailar como koala, escrito por Sandra Gonzalez-Mora, ilustrado por Cynthia Nava y traducido por Elizabeth Huerta.
In a village surrounded by sweet bamboo lived a koala family who loved to boogaloo. The best dancer, everyone would say, was a spunky little koala named Rae.
En un pueblo rodeado de dulce bambú, vivía una familia de koalas que bailaba boogaloo. La mejor bailarina, la historia señala, era una entusiasta pequeñita de nombre Rae la koala.
The elders of the village drummed, moved, and danced all day, while Rae shimmied her shoulders and swayed.
Los abuelos de aquel pueblo tamborileaban, se movían y bailaban todo el día, mientras que la pequeña Rae meneaba los hombros, brincoteaba y se reía.
Rae would say, I want to dance like a koala bear. I want to dance like a koala bear.
Quiero bailar como un koala, Rae decía. Como un koala, ¡qué alegría!
There wasn't a day when she didn't want to dance. There wasn't a day where you didn't hear Rae say, I want to dance like a koala bear.
No pasaba un solo día en que ella no bailara. No pasaba un solo día sin que contenta exclamara, quiero bailar como un koala.
The grown-ups of the village admired the way she allowed her dancing to sweep her away. They wished they could let go of their worries and dance with no care in the world to get in the way.
Los mayores de la aldea no dejaban de admirar la manera en que ella por su baile se dejaba llevar. Todos deseaban olvidarse de sus tribulaciones y con ella bailar sin parar.
Birthday after birthday, the koala villagers often heard Teen Rae still say, I want to dance like a koala bear.
Cumpleaños tras cumpleaños, los habitantes del pueblo con frecuencia aún oían a una alegre adolescente vitoreando todo el día. Quiero bailar como un koala, Rae decía.
But one day, something terribly gray was at bay. Rae was no longer dancing along the pathway. She played less and swayed less. Rae even began to say, no way, to her signature shimmy sway.
Pero un día gris llegó. Algo terrible pasó. Rae ya no jugaba, ni se meneaba, ni contoneaba. ¡Ay, no!, la joven respondió cuando otro koala a bailar la invitó.
To villagers' dismay, Rae had grown up and lost her dancing forte. The grown-ups missed having little Rae to remind them that the music is playing, so they might as well dance all the way.
Los aldeanos tristes y consternados no entendían lo que pasaba. Rae creció y ya no bailaba, ya ni su voz levantaba. Los mayores extrañaban que la pequeña Rae les recordara: cuando la música esté sonando, sería mejor que todos bailaran.
Rae stopped saying, "I want to dance like a koala bear," all together one day.
Rae ya no decía ni tarareaba: quiero bailar como un koala, ni aunque la música sonara.
Until a Sunday when Rae saw ballet and was reminded that she was happiest when she danced and shimmied every day.
Hasta un domingo, cuando Rae presenció un gran espectáculo que la cautivó. Un ballet la dejó impactada y recordó lo feliz que era cuando ella bailaba.
And then she heard her little girl voice whisper, "You want to dance like a koala bear. Rae, say I want to dance like a koala bear."
Entonces, Rae escuchó una vocecita que de su interior surgía. Rae, tú quieres bailar como un koala, la voz decía. ¿Como un koala? Ella repetía.
And that very day, she made a pinky promise to herself that she would never betray where her true nature lay.
Y desde entonces se hizo una promesa: nunca más traicionaría su naturaleza.
Hooray! Rae is dancing like a koala bear again today.
¡Albricias! Rae volvió a bailar ese mismo día. Rae volvió a bailar como un koala. ¡Qué alegría!
The end.
Y colorín colorado, este cuento se ha acabado. We hope you enjoyed the book. I do want to make a special mention because I think our illustrator was very brilliant in doing this. So at the scene of the ballet, there are two characters in the audience. And those two characters, this one is Christian and this is Julia in Koala. Quiero hacer mención de un detalle muy lindo que la ilustradora Cintia Nava agregó al libro. En las páginas donde están en el ballet hay dos koalas que representan a Christian Gabriel y a Julia en Koala. I just wanted to make that. I think that is a very, very cool detail. So, are you guys ready for some koala fun facts?
Fun
I am.
facts. Woohoo! Woo.
Yeah.
And where can you find these fun facts?
Well, Rae, you can find these awesome fun facts at the back of the book on this really nicely decorated page here. It says, Koala Fun Facts with 4 bilingual, really awesome koala fun facts.
Awesome.
So we're going to go ahead and read those out for you. So we'll start with my personal favorite. Koalas get their name from the Australian Aboriginal language, and the word means no drink. Koalas drink very little water and get most of their water from the leaves they eat.
And do we have
like that
samples of leaves that they eat?
We do. Can you grab those?
All the way from
Australia.
All the way from Australia. We traveled there
the camera. Yeah.
an hour ago.
Koala leaves.
No, eucalyptus leaves.
Well, koala food.
Okay.
Christian, which one's your favorite koala
The
fun
poisonous
fact?
person.
What? They're poisonous? How do koalas eat them?
Yeah, they build a tolerance for them, actually.
That's smart.
Wow.
Good koalas. Okay. Let's see. Another koala fun fact. Pero en español. This time in Spanish. We'll do this one down here. Las koalas duermen hasta por 18 horas diarias en las altas ramas de los árboles de eucalipto.
Ooh.
Which translates to koalas can sleep for up to 18 hours a day high up on the eucalyptus trees. I wish I could sleep that long.
Me
¿Cómo?
too.
Así duermen, iba a decir, así duermen los muchachos. 18 horas al día, casi.
¿Y en dónde viven los koalas?
They live in Australia. You can't find them anywhere else except for zoos.
¿Quieres enseñarles en el mundo que tenemos?
Ah,
It is.
yes. They live right down here in Australia.
¿Y nosotros dónde vivimos?
And we live here in North America. We live in California, which is right over here.
That's pretty far.
Very far.
¿Quieren agregar otro dato curioso de los koalas?
Yeah. All right. This one here says, even though people call them koala bears, they aren't bears at all. Koalas are marsupials, a group of mammals that have pouches where their babies grow. Other marsupials are kangaroos. Well, yeah, so any animal with pouches are
Pandas?
marsupials.
Pandas are marsupials.
Pandas are marsupials?
I didn't know that. You learn something new every day.
True. Okay. Another fun fact en español. Las koalas viven en los bosques de eucalipto en el este de Australia. En ningún otro lugar del mundo se pueden encontrar, con excepción de los zoológicos. So you can find them in zoos, but nowhere else in the world in nature except Australia.
That's
Very
pretty
good.
cool.
Very good.
I wish I could have one as a pet. They seem fun.
So we're going to go ahead and move on to the bookmaking process. And we're going to have Ray share. We're going to sit over here so we can share with you using some of the sketches and the illustrations. So we're going to sit over here. Okay. So excuse us while we do our
Excuse us.
transitioning here.
¿Me siento aquí?
Yes. Yo me siento acá. Books are made.
Yes.
Yes.
A ver, ¿cómo se hacen los libros?
So,
Primero necesitamos una idea. First we need an idea.
yes, you do.
Así es como comienza todo el proceso. A ver, ¿puedes explicar cómo te vienen las ideas?
Pues, well, I'll answer in English and then we'll go
How do the
Spanish.
ideas come to you?
So, in the example of the book, we shared with you the idea was sparked from an audio recording. ¿Cómo salen las ideas para libros? Pues como les mostramos, en este libro en particular hubo una grabación de audio de mi hija que fue lo que inspiró el libro. En este libro, la inspiración fue una conversación que mi hija Julia Rae y yo también tuvimos cuando ella era pequeña. So the inspiration could come from anywhere. As we shared with you, the audio recording inspired this book. This particular book was inspired by a conversation that I had with my daughter Julia, also when she was young. And this book here, the inspiration, I don't know if I really recall the idea. I just remembered that we wanted to do board books and we wanted to do concept books that we felt that were really important to encourage children from very young to start falling in love with languages. I know that we had those conversations. So la idea para este libro, le comento a Ray que no recuerdo precisamente cuándo fue la inspiración, pero sí sé que con este libro para nosotros era cómo podemos apoyar a familias para que introduzcan a sus niños pequeños a otros idiomas, aparte de inglés, aparte de español. Y esas eran conversaciones que teníamos nosotros. ¿Cómo podemos ayudar?
Para mí los colibríes siempre han sido me han dado mucha inspiración, porque desde niño siempre los admiraba como volaban y se podían mantener en el aire así como eran mágicos. Por eso siempre para mí tenían mucha inspiración para mí. Yo pinto y dibujo colibríes todo el tiempo. También, de hecho, en nuestro primer libro hay ejemplos de colibríes. Se pueden encontrar ahí atrás. Oh, yes. So for me, hummingbirds have always been inspirational. As a child, I thought they were like magical creatures that can hover and freeze in midair because no other bird can do that. And so I've painted them. I've drawn them many times on canvas, on walls, and
On
on
shirts.
shirts. This is my shirt, and then also in our first book, there's little hummingbirds here and there as inspiration, and so that's why the counting hummingbirds was pretty much an easy thing to come across, because as the evenings come about, the hummingbirds seem to multiply on our hummingbird feeders right outside our window, and so it's easy to just start counting from 1 to 10. Okay.
So that's the idea, and then from the idea we start working on a sketches. And so Ray, I'll have you go through what some of these thumbnails are. And we learned this afternoon that in Spanish, thumbnails are bocetas de miniatura.
Bocetas de miniatura.
Yes,
No,
I didn't know that.
Yo apenas aprendí eso ahora. So these are thumbnail sketches. So they're basically rough sketches that that I draw out and kind of get the input from our creative team, like Christian and Julia and Sandra, and they tell me, oh, okay, that'll work for this page. And basically, this is the same process that we do for all our books. We have pages that we put in place, and then we decide in the storyboard, and then we decide, okay, this scene is going to be nice for this page, and then here is another, and then I start doing a little better rough sketching of the storyboard, and as we move along and get approval of the storyboards from the team, then I move on to the final art. And this is drawn, painted in watercolor and colored pencil. This is on paper, and then from this we scan them, and we have them put together in an editing software so that we can have them printed. And these are samples of the scanned images.
And then from there, we go to production. So the production process, it is worth mentioning that all of our books are printed here in the United States. That is a very conscientious decision that our family has made. Después y lo voy a explicar un poquito rápido en español el proceso, porque para nuestros las personas que están acompañándonos, que prefieren la información en español,
Perdón, se me olvidó.
Queremos respetar su
So primero ganamos las ideas y después las dibujamos en las de miniatura, ¿cómo se dice?
Sí, bocetas.
Bocetas de miniatura, gracias. Y las ponemos en las páginas, cómo van a salir en el orden que van a salir, y también el resto de la familia me ayuda con las ideas y cómo va a salir todo en las páginas. Y después de eso, que me dan el apruebo, entonces me voy y los pinto de pintura de agua y también lápiz de color. Y de aquí los ponemos en los scan, ¿cómo se dice scan?
Se escanean, I believe.
Y de aquí los ponemos los números y las letras juntos y después a imprimir el libro. Y aquí.
Gracias, Ray. So I was describing the production process, and so once we go through all of the process of editing is very critical for the publishing of books. And so once we identify that we have the correct spelling and the layout, then we create a file. And then that file is uploaded to a computer, which then prints large sheets of paper, and which is then cut down to the trim size of the book that you've selected. And then these machines print your book, and then they get binded, and then they get shipped out to the author. Nosotros hemos hecho una decisión, decidido y es una decisión muy consciente de que nosotros queremos imprimir nuestros libros en este país. Así es que para nosotros es un orgullo poderles decir que todos nuestros libros han sido imprimidos en este país. Y la producción de los libros, después de que se hace todo el proceso de terminar el archivo en PDF que se necesita para poder subir el archivo a una computadora, de la computadora lo imprimen en unas hojas grandes y ya después se corta el libro a las dimensiones que uno ha elegido para su libro y después el libro se termina el libro y lo mandan al autor. Así es que para nosotros es un orgullo poder compartir con ustedes nuestro proceso. We're very proud to be able to share with you our process for creating books. With that said, I'm wondering if there are questions. I would like to do a Q&A and see if there are any questions from audience. If there are questions, let me see. We're just checking to see if we have any questions. I'm going to have Julia and Christian come back to the screen so that if there are questions for them, that they're available to answer the questions. Let me see. So I don't see. Very cool.
That's so sweet.
So we do hear that quite often, that hummingbirds visit as in there are spirit warriors also in the Aztec culture that they embody a spirit's warrior.
Yeah, so the mythology of that idea is that worthy warriors and women that passed in child labor would come back as their spirit would come back as a hummingbird. So that's why a hummingbird is always represented as a spirit of someone that we loved that came back, and that's a story I hear a lot. Thank you for sharing.
Another question is, who translated the Nahuatl? So it was very important for us to make sure that we had the variant of Nahuatl. And so we went with Huasteca Nahuatl, and we hired a contractor who sat with us and reviewed the text. Cuitlawak is his name, also from Los Angeles. And so it's someone who is a Nahuatl instructor here in the Los Angeles area. So the question is, was it an overwhelming experience, and does it get easier as you create more books? Does anybody want to respond to
well, from my standpoint, I think the original book, because that was the one that I did co-author. I mean, it was definitely a stressful experience as everything else that you're doing for the first time. But I think just seeing it actually come together was so worth it. Like, you forget about everything that you stressed about and all the things that you had to worry about because it's such a beautiful creation. And we had so many amazing opportunities with this book that you just completely forget about everything that you had to stress about to get here. But and I think as we go and as we progress and as we keep going through these opportunities, that we're definitely getting better. We are, well, I think that we really have a handle on this, and I'm really excited for everyone here and everyone else to see what we end up coming up with in the future, because I think, we really are getting a lot better as we go along. So,
well said.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely does get easier as we move along.
And we do have resources for those of you who have dreamt of being a publisher yourself. Please reach out to us. You can. We have our website, skillfulandsoulful.com. We want more Latino authors. We want more books illustrated and authored and published by Latino or people of color. So please reach out to us, because we would be very happy to share the resources that we've used to create our books that in turn can support you and your family project. So please reach out to us.
Awesome. Okay, so I see a few questions for me. So Julia, you are one of the youngest authors I know. What are your plans for the future? So I definitely see writing as one of my passions, But the thing that I am most passionate about is musical theater. So
She's a singer.
Yeah. So as Ray enjoys dancing and singing, I am definitely the exact same. I love the stage. I love dancing and singing and just singing my heart out completely and forgetting about the rest of the world. So my plans for the future are to study musical theater in college, and if I can, make it to Broadway or take those skills and become a theater teacher for young kids.
And another question, any plans for your own solo book?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So I've actually been thinking about that really recently. So if I were to publish a book of my own, it wouldn't be a children's book. It would be a poetry book. So especially within the last year, I've been, taking all the things that we've experienced, because this is a big endeavor, big crazy thing that we've all went through together. And I've been putting all my thoughts and feelings into poetry. So
the pandemic and quarantine.
Yeah, so I would really, really love to publish a poetry book in the future. So look out for that within the next, I'd say maybe 4 years.
And she's a great poet as well.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
she is. Let me see if there are other questions that are coming through.
Great questions, though. Great questions.
Yes. So I'm looking at the time.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll see.
So we do have a few announcements, so we can begin sharing some of those with you. But if you still have questions, feel free to continue to put those on the chat. So part of the celebration today for Día de los Libros, Día de los Niños, is because the American Library Association and thousands of public libraries across the country receive funding, they receive ideas, they receive tools to be able to put on these sorts of events for the community. And so we do have a survey. The link is going to be posted on the chat. That survey is very important for Anaheim Public Library. So please, we encourage you to take a couple minutes of your day and complete that survey. The survey is both in English and Spanish. Les damos muchas gracias a Anaheim Public Library por este evento. Cientos y cientos de bibliotecas públicas a nivel nacional. Este día celebra con diferentes eventos, incluyendo como este que estamos participando el día de hoy. Y hay una encuesta que ahorita se le va a poner el enlace para que, por favor, les pedimos que completen ese enlace, porque ese enlace es muy importante para poder continuar con el tipo de fondos para apoyar estos programas. Ayuda también a mejorar el programa. Si les encantó, por favor, también pueden incluir eso en la encuesta. Please, we encourage you to complete the survey because it definitely helps us improve the program. It helps with funding. So yes, the survey will be posted very soon on the chat. So there is a survey that will be coming. And also, we have some great news for you. There is an opportunity to win a signed copy of our book. So thank you again to Anaheim Public Library for purchasing the books. You can check them out from their public libraries. They are currently there, available for community to check out. But as participating in this afternoon's Dia celebration, the first 13 people who enter in the chat the word koala, you have an opportunity to win a signed copy. However, there is a caveat to that. You will have to pick it up from the Central Library in Anaheim. So just letting you know that there are copies, but you would have to pick them up. Buenas noticias para ustedes es que hay una oportunidad donde se pueden ustedes ganar una copia del libro con nuestra firma. Solamente es de poner en el chat la palabra koala para poder participar. El detalle importante de reconocer es de que tendrían que recoger su copia en la Biblioteca Central de Anaheim si es que ganan uno de los libros. Así es que thank you very much, Anaheim Public Library, for purchasing the books and sharing them with community further.
Thank you so much.
And the library staff will be coordinating pickup with you. They'll connect with you. So you just enter in the chat, Koala. El personal de la biblioteca se va a comunicar con ustedes para que puedan recoger sus libros si son uno de los ganadores. with that really is, we've come to the end of our presentation. We hope that you have enjoyed spending this time with us, sharing this virtual space. We are so looking forward to going out into community and doing these presentations in person where we could actually hold your hand and shake your hand and be there in person with you. Ya estamos llegando al final de nuestra presentación. Para nosotros ha sido un gran placer estar con ustedes. Ya buscamos, esperamos el momento cuando podemos llegar con ustedes y estar en persona para poder saludarlos y participar en estas actividades, ya no virtualmente. Les agradecemos por que pasaron este tiempo con nosotros en este espacio virtual. Pero muy placentero.
Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, that's we definitely are trying to build our social media following. So please, we will put on here we're at Skillful and Soulful on Instagram and Facebook. Please help us share more about our books.
And our book is available on our website, skillfulandsoulful.com.
Yes, we these two books you can order. All of the books you can order from our website. These two you can order from Barnes & Noble and Amazon.
This one only on our website.
Yes.
It's a children's board book. The little ones can bite them.
Yeah. So with
They always
that,
have bite marks.
yeah.
Kids
Any
love
last
eating
minute?
those.
Any last minute words?
I don't think so. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
having us, first of all, and for joining us. So,
Yes.
yeah, thank you so much.
So thank you very much, everybody. We appreciate you being here. Gracias. Adios.
Thank you.